They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And Ginn's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
95-56, 95-56. I'm coming for you, man.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ready? Yellow weighty, yellow weighty.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Where's that? Where's that?
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. That's complete to a former Saint. It's Ben Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Dorsett's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
21.
Breeze now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Harry. You go tight.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Breeze again has it complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the ground, Kamara. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
You're good.
Now Kamara. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Go. You kill.
Go. Show it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady, all right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self, he could get into this race again and maybe defend his crown. And Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay has really come on in recent weeks despite a stumble against the Chargers this past week. But how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, what he's doing with Baltimore and their win over New England, you've got to have him as a prime candidate. And you know how much I love Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's a special one, isn't he?
Oh, he is absolutely special because he does it all. And if they weren't risking injury, he'd run back kicks too.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points? Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Breeze. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. I'm a big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You ain't got nothing. Spot.
The final shot before half for Brady. This is White on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brady gives to Michelle. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity.
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang.
Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Back now here live in New Orleans as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, it took a while to get something, anything, on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
So the question now becomes, can they make this one stand up? In the way that these defenses have played, those 3 points almost look like 30, don't they?
Yeah, those 3 points look like a miracle right now.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, 79 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. We know it all too well. You give Tom Brady time on the clock in the 4th quarter, you're playing with fire. We just saw it.
Yeah, and when you talk about playing with fire, it's really more like a raging inferno when it's Tom Brady, isn't it? And you almost expect it. Actually, you know he's going to come downfield and score against you. But here's the thing. Can you match Tom Brady now? Because there's still time on the clock for a chance to come back at him.
Yeah, maybe that long touchdown, they would have preferred something a little more methodical, because you're right, there's still quite a bit of time. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Kill.
Breeze now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. You got a hand in there to break that one up. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Bree's going to throw. And he finds Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Breeze. This is caught by Gibb. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's 3rd and 5.
Ready. Yellow wavy. 50 yards to Mike. Out. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Wait, set. Green 80. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go one more. Check, 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 check.
On 1st down, it's White. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Brady, a quick throw out to Edelman. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On play action, now Brady. And this one brought in by Sanu. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On 2nd down, it's White, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Throwing now is Brady. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Michel, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. To throw is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.